I get a lot of questions about how to get rid of mats and stuff like that. Just got one this morning, as a matter of fact. Kalahari is developing some pretty good mats in here. And I don't really know how to answer that question for anybody. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm the world's worst groomer, which probably makes me about like a normal pet person, huh? Normal pet person. But I will share what I do. Mostly it's just a matter of a lot of persistence. As you see, I haven't started hacking up his coat. And when it comes to mats, every mat is different and every kitty is different. So I learn what a kitty will put up with and what kitties won't put up with. And one kitty will put up with certain things that another kitty will not put up with. Isn't that right, Kalahari? My favorite tools for mats, probably, yeah, there we go, we got a comb. We got a sharp little scissors here. Got some thinning shears here. And we have our electric shears. For the really close to the skin stuff, you're going to have to get to the electric shears. Unless you're really patient and you have a cat that will sit still. Kalahari will sit still for some things. So we're going to just break up a mat here. And they say never to cut mats out of kitties because it's dangerous for them because of their skin, and this is true. But it is possible to break up mats in over a period of time. Now we're talking days here. I've already worked on some of these mats this morning. And you feel this mat right here with your fingers. And you kind of catch where the base of it is. And then you take it well above the base of it. And we're going to just dip in and out with my finger down at the base of this mat so that I will get my finger and not him when I do this. So I'm going to break it up very carefully. Shallow, shallow, shallow. Make sure the mat is far enough away from the skin that you can do this. This is probably, I probably should shave him down. This is sometimes the best that you can do is just take your kitty into the vet or a professional groomer and have him or her shaved completely down into a lion cut. Here we've got this mat. And you can see I've isolated it. This part up here is not matted. This part right here. The hips are the worst, and it's going to be very sensitive, and not very many kitties are going to lie still for this. That's why every mat is different and every kitty is different. I can get by with this with Kalahari sometimes. And sometimes I'll do this over a long period of time. By that I mean days. And breaking them up. I'm just slicing them up. You be careful because that skin is, you can pull that up and the skin could actually be in between your fingers and you won't know it. So if you have a kitty that's wiggling around, you're not going to use this method. Very carefully. Dip really shallow in. Never cut this way. This is how you get the skin in. It's when you go in and cut this way. So this is breaking up the mat. If you have a mat that's far enough out, you can use the thinning shears. I'm a little afraid to use the thinning shears on this one. It's a little bit too close to the skin. But you could use the thinning shears, and that will, we might be able to do it just at the tips here. Sometimes that will break it up enough to where you loosen it up so that you can get some out with the comb. This is where you're going to start loosening the kitty though, because some of this, by loosening the kitty, I mean he's just going to walk off. We don't mean the kitty's been lost, right? He just walks off. Okay. So I'm going to very gently start working this area here. Dip my comb in the water bowl here. Static electricity. Yeah. I'm still catching. He's still catching there. Back to the scissors. And this isn't going to leave his coat looking pristine, in the sense that you do enough of this and he's going to have a hole in his coat, which is inevitable. The anatomy of a gnat. No, the anatomy of a knot. That's what we want. The anatomy of a knot. I haven't quite figured it out yet, because you wonder how this can get so matted and be so hard to pick apart. It almost turns into like felt. Once you get one going here, it's fur enough away from the skin here, you can do your shallow little cuts using your finger underneath as a guard. Don't pull, otherwise the cat will walk off in a huff, which usually happens anyway, eventually. Now this does not work with Sahara. All I have to do is even look at Sahara crosswise and she runs off. She's a different case, and we haven't really solved the knot, the mat removal with Sahara. Oops, here we go. We're losing the cat. Okay, well that session's over with, but we got a good start on that mat. We'll come back to it. I mean, this is his second run at it already.